So yan, record ko lang. Relax lang na presentation to. It's 9:09 p.m. here in Calgary. And ginagawa ko talaga to para we wanna adjust dyan sa Philippine time. Okay. So dito, quick agenda lang guys, no? I wanna introduce quickly yung company namin and yung roadmap from start to finish. Syempre, we will give chance to ABHI to present yung school nila. That will be done by Tita Flor Montilla. She's a good friend of ours. Actually, mom siya ng friend ko dito. So sila may-ari ng school. Tapos I wanna discuss about the student pathway, immigration, yung regular stream. Some of you guys are already my clients na, pero hindi ko pa talaga na-explain kung paano siya. So this is a good chance, a good time for you guys to learn kung ano ba to. Tapos, if we have time by the end, we will have question and answer. Pero please reserve your question at the very end of the presentation, because what I did is yung mga common questions na natatanggap ko from different students, in-answer ko na rin sila dito sa presentation. Yeah. So, my company is called BA Consulting Canada Immigration Services. We are based here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Kung makikita nyo sa social media, ito yung Facebook page namin. What we do here, guys, is we process work permit, study permit, visitor's visa, if you want to visit your friends or families here, and family sponsorship, ginagawa rin namin yan. Express entry, this is for young professionals. Majority of you na nakausap ko na before, even we pushed you guys to become a student, tinitingnan muna namin if you are qualified to become or to come here sa Canada as PR, diba? And that is through express entry. Citizenship naman, after ng pagiging PR nyo, we will help you with your citizenship process. LMIA, kung makikita nyo guys, that is the Labor Market Impact Assessment. Ito yung ginagawa namin sa mga different employers here to help them para makapag-hire sila ng foreign workers abroad or dyan sa Philippines. And we also do provincial nominees. Yan. So kung makikita nyo, that's our logo for BA Consulting Canada Immigration Services. So next slide. Yan, may pumapasok. So this is my business card, guys. They call me Dodong B sa social media. That's my name. My name is Brent Anotado. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and that is my number, 708-525. This is very important. If you talk to any consultant, make sure na makuha nyo information nila. Make sure to verify them from Canada website or college.ic.ca. Yan. Tsaka syempre, you know, I'm very big sa YouTube din. Meron ako 339 subscribers since this morning. So, kung may free time kayo, please subscribe. That is where we do a lot of parang info session where we feature mga different people here in Canada. Yung last namin na in-interview, dance teacher, tsaka singer siya, si Jackie, tsaka si Bjorn. And they are now here studying sa Canada. And na-open work permit yung asawa. And dala nila yung mga anak nila. And again, this is a way for you guys to check kung talaga man nagbabala kayo pumunta dito, or if there's some questions na gusto yung masagot, yung YouTube will be a good option for you na pwedeng tingnan. And what we did now, guys, is we've launched our podcast sa Spotify, Dodong and Friends Podcast. This is where we talk about anything and everything about life here in Canada. We invite some of the friends here nandito na rin, and we sprinkle doon sa podcast namin a little bit of immigration. So kung bored kayo, naka 4 episodes na kami, please go to our podcast, Dodong and Friends Podcasts. Yeah. So quickly lang guys, no, kung medyo hindi pa clear sa inyo kung ano talagang gagawin, this is a roadmap. Ang first stage talaga is you have to be accepted by the school or designated learning institute in Canada, which is we're very lucky kasi yung ABHI, they will present yung programs, admission fees, processing fee, etc. Right? After you get accepted by that school, ang gagawin natin, we will help you gather your documents and requirements for study permit. So dito, lahat ng mga kailangan natin from you guys, lahat yan nakalista, kukunin ko sa inyo yan. Right? And before we even submit your study permit application, we will have series of reviews just to make sure na valid lahat ng information na binigay niyo sa amin. We wanna make sure na honest yung application. We wanna make sure na hindi fake yung mga documents, and it could be first, second, third reviews before we submit your application. Okay? And we really hope na ma-approve yung visa niyo. Again, I want to let everybody know na we don't guarantee any approval. If anybody guarantees any approval sa inyo, sa ibang students or agencies, then sometimes kailangan yung mag-isip na pag ganun. All right. So BA Consulting Canada Immigration Services, we can help you from start to finish. Yan. So yun yung pinaka-goal namin, is to guide you from start to finish. Yan. So what's next ba dito? So before I give the kay Tita Flor yung screen, yung unang guest natin guys, they're called ABHI, Alberta Business and Health Institute. Meron silang 3 offices here sa Calgary. And marami na rin sa student na papasok dito. Very good track record. They're very big in our community, especially here sa Calgary. They've been supporting a lot of projects. So, Tita Flor, good evening sa'yo. Thank you for being here. Siguro may 1,000 students. Joke lang. May ilang students tayo nandito. So, Tita, I'll give you the screen. If you can share what you have, introduce yourself, take it away from here po.
Nawala na naman ako. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. I think. Now you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay. Magandang good morning sa inyong lahat. Is everybody from the Philippines or somewhere else?
I think majority of the guests are from the Philippines.
Philippines. Okay, so good morning, Jan, sa inyong lahat. My name is Flora Montilla. And I would just like to correct Brent. Yes, I'm an owner, but I'm a part owner. Kasi tatlo kami. Ayokong suluhin naman, di ba? So tatlo kami. And I am the CEO of ABHI, or Alberta Business and Health Institute. And yes, I am really, I'm happy to say, proud to say na Brent is one o isa sa namin ng consultant, our regular consultant talaga. And Brent, my student si Grace is already processing her documents. So soon, maybe next week, she will have her letter of acceptance from us. Okay, so she'll get in touch with you by then. So the name of our school is Alberta Business and Health Institute. This was founded in 2017, but we became operational in 2018. Okay, so let me just go down the screen. All right, so who are we? Why study in Canada? Courses that we offer. A process of application, the fees, application cancellation, student resources, and questions. Ang question is sa na lang ha, sa inquiry na lang namin, so you can have more time with Brent. Okay. So about us, we are proudly working with students from overseas to help them attain their academic pursuits. Our multicultural environment makes students from all walks of life feel right at home, in addition to quality education that we offer. It is a cross-cultural training, resume and interview skills workshop are being also done. We can help you with this one. We do career counseling. We help you with the housing, just if you're here already. Then we also have practicum for those courses that would require practicum. And we have a small classroom size for better student-instructor interaction. Although now we have been approved to do online or the blended type of instruction. So, but still you have to come over here to do that, right? So why do you apply for international student if you can do if you'll do it online? So you have to be here first and then do the online studies. All right, as Brent has mentioned, our main office school is in Red Deer. This is where we first founded the first school in 2017 and became operational, as I said, in 2018. Then last year, we have our branch here in Calgary. And we have an office in Edmonton. We are also designated to accept students from other provinces. Okay. All right. So studying in Canada, okay, we have this logo here. Immerse yourself in a new culture. Of course, you're coming from the Philippines, so therefore, and coming to Canada, it's completely different, although there are a lot of Filipinos here, but completely the culture is different. Acquire new language skills. Of course, it's English here. Pwede rin ng Taglis, but in class, of course, it is English. Enjoy unique experiences and create fantastic memories. Receive high quality education, become independent and improve self-motivation, build a work ethic and develop adaptability in different environments. Okay, so our educational programs, we have two programs. One would be the business program and medical program as well. So for our business programs, we have accounting and payroll. Accounting and payroll administration, it is a 52-week program. It is structured to equip students relevant skills in bookkeeping, taxation, accounting software, and etc. Like nowadays here in Canada, it is taxation time. So Brent, your Tito is busy with his taxation. All right, so, oh no, sorry. What's that? So we also have business administration. It is a 52-week program, and this provides essential skills required for a career in business administration industry. Now for our medical programs, we have medical office assistant / unit clerk, because there's also a course that we offer, but it's only like 12 weeks, I think, program, but we don't really offer that much. So we have here medical office assistant / unit clerk. So it is a 37-week program, and graduates of this would be key players in healthcare delivery, both in private and in public facilities. They can work in clinics or in hospitals. So for our, we also have massage therapy. I'm sorry, I think I missed something. Okay, so we also have, pharmacy assistant. It is a 19-week program, and this prepares the students for career in pharmaceutical industry. And they get to learn about drugs, not drugs na anong drugs ha. Sabihin niyo, tita, nag-ano ng drugs. So learning about drugs to understand the intricacies of a functional pharmacy. And this is but a short course, but we have, our students are almost hired right away after graduation. Now we also have a long program, which is the massage therapy program, and it is a 2-year course. And this is designed to provide students with strong academic background in massage therapy and equip them with adequate skills to kickstart their careers as registered massage therapists. So mind you, massage therapy here in Canada is really, ano sabihin ko, yung very popular. Okay, this is not but an ordinary hilot, as we call it back home. But here people go for massage for relaxation, for treatment. Okay, so it is a $90 per hour, singil nila dito. Right? I don't know, Brent. I know you go for massage more often than me, but this is really a good course to take as well. Okay. Okay, so following, so ang ano natin dito is, for our admission requirements, you must be at least 18 years of age and possess a valid passport. That's why one of our applicants that I gave to Brent, medyo natagalan siya kasi yung passport na matagal siyang nakapag-apply, although now she has it. So she has submitted all the requirements sa school last week. Must be a high school graduate or equivalent to grade 12 level of education. And mind you, just take note of this, official transcript or diploma with translation, if not originally in English will be needed. Kasi during my time, way back then, everything was in English. But nung lately, I think it's in Tagalog, no? So it has to have the English translation of it. So international student applicants are required to submit proof of English language proficiency, official test results designated by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada must be submitted. Any of the following will be accepted. One is IELTS, and with an academic average band of 6. Canadian Language Benchmark Assessment, or the CLBA, with a score of 7 in its strand. TOEFL, with an overall score of 83. You can also have the IQAS, or International Qualification Assessment Services. This is an Alberta government service that provides equivalencies for transcript and educational credentials. So you can explore their website for more information. And lastly, we have the WES, or World Education Service. This is another resource for international students. They provide credential evaluations, research, and consulting services for international students, as well as for the skilled immigrants. Okay, so if you want to visit their website, just go to WES. All right. So now, let's go to tuition fees. This is, I would say this is quite challenging, but I'm sure marami sa inyo yakang-yaka naman yan. So for our accounting and payroll administration, as I've mentioned earlier, it's a 52 weeks, and the tuition fee ranges from 17,000 to 22,000. Our business administration program, also a 52 weeks course, and the same thing, tuition fee ranges from 17,000 to 22,000. Massage therapy, it's a 2-year course, so it is 27,000 to 32,000. Okay, guys, huwag kayong masindak sa amount. Just think of the possibility of coming over to Canada. Okay, I know it's an aray sa bulsa, but then again, your opportunity or chances of coming to Canada can lead you to a better life. So for our MOA unit clerk, 37 weeks, so it ranges from 14,000 to 18,000. And our pharmacy assistant is 19 weeks, and that is 9,000 to 11,000. Okay. Although I don't recommend this for you guys to take this course, and Brent will tell you later. All right, so our application process, number 1 is you have to choose which program you prefer. Review the requirements if you are eligible for this course. Number 2, using the checklist, secure all documents necessary for application. 3, fill out an international application form and submit all required documents. 4, make the non-refundable registration fee of $300 using credit card, or maybe if you would have families here, they can give you the $300. But mind you, number 5, this is a non-refundable, as I've mentioned, non-refundable registration. So to submit the package, upload all documents and send it via email to inquiry@abhinstitute.com. Okay, just take note. Again, it's inquiry@abhinstitute.com. So once once application and fees are received, application will be processed. And next 7, if your application is successful, a letter of acceptance, or the LOA, will be issued. Make the tuition fee deposit as stated in your offer of admission to accept it. Okay, guys. So sa aming website, you can you would find this one here. Okay. So there would be international students, yung sa tab ng international students. So just click on it for more information. Okay, so if you so decide na mag-cancel kayo once you have been accepted, okay, of course, there would be chances na hindi nyo may pagpatuloy for some reasons. Of course, we do allow that. But if a student wishes to cancel their application, the withdrawal form should be completed and submitted. Okay. Andali lang. Ayun. Should be completed and submitted. Termination of contract must be carried out with a written notice to ABHI, so the institute will confirm the date the notice was delivered. Institute may also terminate the enrolled program by providing written notice to the student. Any cancellation done after acceptance of admission offer will not result in the refund of application fees, as this is non-refundable, as I've mentioned earlier. Okay, so refund schedule policy. The candidates understand that if this contract is terminated after the program begins, so take note, after the program begins, the institution is entitled to the payment of tuition fees as outlined in Section 17 of Private Vocational Training Regulation, which is as follows. So 25% of the total tuition fee, if 10% or less of the program has been provided. Let's say you have attended already the class, okay, and 25% of 10% of yung sa pag-aaral ninyo has been done. So kakaltasan namin yung inyong tuition fee. Hindi namin ibibigay ng buo, but we have to charge you 25%. So now 60% of the tuition fee, if more than 10%, but less than 50% of the program is provided or has been delivered to you. Nakapag-attend na kayo ng 10, but not less than 50. So 10 to 50%. Like-attend na kayo ng klase, but then you decided na mag-cancel. Okay, so we will charge you 60% of the total tuition fee, and 100% if more than 50% of the program has been delivered to you. So might as well continue yung pag-aaral ninyo, di ba? All right, so student resources. We will help you with housing, although I know marami sa inyo na may mga kamag-anak dito, kaya malakas naman ang loob ninyo na pumunta dito. But just in case, we will help you find a place where you can stay. Then we will also help you with your healthcare insurance. Then we do counseling services, of course, counseling services kasi syempre malungkot kayo dito, naiwanan niyo ang inyong mga loved ones. Okay, so we will be there for you. We'll do also career counseling, career development services. And while you are here in Canada, as Brent will tell you later, you are allowed to work 20 hours a week. So at least pwede kayong mag part-time somewhere. Okay, so for more information, you can visit us. We are on Facebook, Alberta Business and Health Institute. This is Instagram. No. Ano ito, Brent? I don't know this logo.
Instagram, tita.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this one here. Okay, so we are Instagram and on Facebook. Hindi kasi ako nag-Instagram eh. So there, for more questions, just go to ABH Institute, inquiry at abhinstitute.com. Okay, para ibigay ko na sa inyo kay Brent kasi I'm sure you would have more questions regarding immigration. Again, guys, thank you for having me. Brent, thank you. And hope to see you in Canada and hope to see you in our school.
Yeah. Thank you, Tita Flor.
Ano nyo lang kay Brent. Alam na
for
ni
your
Brent yan.
presentation. Thank you so much for
Okay.
sharing,
Okay,
Sam.
Brent, thank you.
Tita Lilibeth, please forgive me ha. Hindi ko alam na andyan ka pala. Si Tita Lilibeth po is one of the owners then. Yan. So thank you, Tita, for joining. And again, guys, if you have questions, kung sino yung, for example, nag-invite sa inyo na office, or kung sino nag-invite sa inyo na consultant dito, or kung sino man, please connect with them as well para ma-streamline natin yung questions. Yan. Okay, Tita Flor, please please stop the share para ma-share yung screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Na-stop ko na ba?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah. Sabi sa'yo na ako marunong.
Okay lang yan,
Okay,
okay lang yan.
okay.
So yun guys, yung second part ng presentation natin, I will discuss na yung immigration side. And can you guys see my screen? Nakikita yung screen ko. Thumbs up if nakita nyo. Can you guys see my screen? No? Okay. Okay. So again, going back to the roadmap, now we've understood on how to get accepted by any school, for example, for ABHI. Pag na-accept kayo, yung next stage natin is to gather documents and requirements for study permit application. Okay. What time do we have? 30 more minutes. So again, quick review lang. What is a study permit? The study permit is a document Canada issues that allows foreign nationals to study at designated learning institutions, DLIs, in Canada. Most foreign nationals need a study permit to study in Canada. So if you do a review, guys, ilagay nyo DLI Canada, tapos makita nyo yung mga schools, so andun rin yung ABHI. So make sure na pag nag-enroll kayo talaga, designated learning institution yung enrollan nyo. And ABHI is one of them. Okay. So eligibility requirements, you can come to Canada to study if you qualify as a fully vaccinated traveler because of COVID na. Pero pag may mga kids, they don't have to be fully vaccinated. Okay? Siyempre, sa mga requirements dyan is you have to be accepted or enrolled at DLI. Ito, di-discuss ko ito mamaya. Prove you have enough money to pay for your tuition fees, living expenses for yourself, and any family members who may want to come to you dito sa Canada. And syempre, return transportation for yourself and any family members. Kailangan din na wala kang criminal record, good health ka, and you can prove to the officer that you will live in Canada after your study permit expires. And bakit ko sinabi to? This is part of the requirements and you can actually verify all of this sa Canada website. And then lahat naman doon, kinopy and paste ko lang dito so you can check. Now, bakit nila, although alam ni Canada that you guys will stay here, right? Pero we have to tell them na, okay, we are getting this program, we're taking this program because we want to take it back sa Philippines. And I will show it to you later kung paano yan. Pero pinaka-crucial dito, guys, is yung finances nyo. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung ano yan. So, minimum funds needed to support yourself as a student and any family members who may want to come with you. Okay. So, ito, this is just a table. So, for example, on your left here, meron kang you as a student, tapos sa pinakagitna mo, andyan yung amount of funds required per year. So if you're taking a 2-year program from any school or from ABHI, kailangan nyo consider to. So for example, si Pia, right? Or si Nerissa, for example, if they're just coming here by themselves, ang kailangan nila prepare is just 10,000 every school year. So kung 2-year program sila, dapat meron silang 20,000. Now, if they're bringing their spouse, their partner, their fiancé, you just have to add $4,000 on top of that. Tapos if you're bringing your kids naman, your dependent, 3,000. Now guys, minimum requirements to ha. You can have more money if you have dun sa bangko nyo. Walang problema yan. Okay. Don't worry, malapit na tayo. Alam ko lunchtime na dyan. Alam ko gutom na kayo lahat. So example guys, again, if you and 2 family members want to come to Canada other than the province of Quebec for a year, you will need living expense 10,000 for you as a student, 4,000 for your family members, and living expense for your kids, second family member, is 3,000. So yung total mo is 17. Again, coming to Canada as a student, it's one of the fastest way to come here, yet it's not cheap. Pero over the years, nakita namin there's a big surge of people coming here sa Canada. Bakit? Una, they don't qualify to any pathways, right? Kahit na young professional sila, pero hindi lang na-meet yung minimum requirements. Pangalawa, they don't have job offer dito. Right? Pangatlo, they have the funds to fund the, yung study nila. Kaya ang dami pumapasok dito. I think students from the Philippines ranked 5th sa mga pumupunta dito. I think yung una, China, India, Korea, tapos yan, meron pang isa, tapos Philippines yata tayo. Yan. So, and again, lahat ng to nasa website, you can actually verify. Okay. So wait lang. My question, can I bring my family with me? All right. So ito, general answer na dito. So yes, you may be able to bring your spouse or common law partner and dependent children with you to Canada. They may be eligible for a study or work permit or a visitor's visa. You must submit their applications online when you apply for your study permit. So, merong kami nababasa minsan sa mga different Facebook groups na if a private or public school na pwede pa sila magdala. Again, wala naman talagang clear instructions whether private or public schools hindi pwedeng dalhin. What they say is pag eligible lahat ng student pati family member, they may be able to consider. So again, to answer the question, can I bring my family with me? Yes, you can. Okay? So another question dito. So wait lang. So isa sa mga question to, sir, ang laki ng kailangan naming na funds. Paano ba namin masusupport yon? Okay. So ito yung mga nakalagay sa instructions. Proof of financial support. Una dito, you must prove that you can support yourself, your family members who wants to come with you while you're in Canada. You can prove your funds with, una dito, proof of Canadian bank account in your name. Karamihan sa mga students dito, nag-open sila ng account, naglalagay na sila ng advance na pera. Pero for regular stream guys, take note, hindi siya mandatory. Yung sinasabi nila na Guaranteed Investment Certificate or GIC. You can, kung pwede, or kung meron kayo na money right away na ilalagay nito sa bangko through GIC program. Or kung wala naman, because we're trying to explain here yung regular stream, hindi siya mandatory. Okay. Yung third na bullet here, proof of student or education loan from a bank. This is very common question. What if manghiram ako ng pera? What if mag-borrow ako sa bank? Yes, you can loan from a bank. And at the same time, guys, when we submit your application, we just have to tell yung visa officer sa application natin, look, I borrowed money from a bank. Ito yung interest, ito yung hiniram ko because for my education, for my living allowance here in Canada. May nakakausap ako minsan sa may ibang mga groups na dapat hindi i-show yung loan. Again, guys, you want to be as honest as possible dito sa application natin. Walang problema if it's a borrowed money or not. Your bank statements here for the past 4 months, ang ginagawa natin dito, because Philippines, meron silang specific na requirement, they require 6 months minimum. So, when the time comes na mag-submit an application, I will ask you for your bank statements with a minimum of 6 months, not 4 months. Bank draft that can be converted to Canadian dollars, kung meron, okay lang din siya. Proof that you paid tuition or housing fees. Ang ibang schools, they require full payment. Yung ibang schools naman, depende, may schedule sila. Yung iba naman may down payment. So, whatever yung requirement ng school, pwede natin i-submit yun. We just have to tell our application or the visa officer, look, we have enough money to fund our education, and ito yung statements na binayaran ko sa school, and ito yung mga future na babayaran ko. Okay. If you have sponsors, if you have mga ninongs, mga titos, mga titas na who wants to help you guys, we just need a letter from the sponsor or anybody na who wants to give you money for your education. Ang gagawin natin din, because majority of you guys are coming from the Philippines, we will need their bank statements for the last 6 months. Now, medyo may confidentiality doon. me as your future consultants, I can actually talk to them and ask for that letter o kaya bank statements para ano, para kung hindi sila komportable ibigay sa inyo right away. Okay? So ganun. And the last one here, proof of funding paid from within Canada if you have scholarships or in Canadian funded education program. So once you're here, may mga ibang mga programs na pwede siguro magbigay sa inyo ng scholarship. So that is something that you can include as well. One of my friend he's coming here as a doctor, I think neurosurgeon siya back in Manila. Ang pinaka-main na mag-sponsor ng education niya is Department of Health. So ang gagawin namin, Department of Health will provide a statement saying that, okay, under siya namin, we will pay for everything. So parang ganun din siya if there's scholarship dyan sa lugar niyo. Okay? Or kung meron mag-sponsor sa education niyo. Okay, other documents we need. Very important dito guys, personal study plan. This is a description of your proposed program of studies as it relates to your academic, technical, vocational background, and future career goals. This is otherwise known as SOP. Yung SOP guys, karamihan, bakit nagtataka is different groups, no? Ang ganda, may pera kami pero nare-reject. Bakit maganda naman yung strong ties namin but nare-reject? And again, kami mga consultants, we don't guarantee for approval. What we can guarantee is we want to make sure kung merong mga weaknesses sa application nyo. Tinitingnan ni visa officer dito is, kunyari, yung first point dito, what is the most important factor in my choice of program? Ano ba yung relation nito from my previous career, from my previous education? If walang relation, how will this program benefit me when I go back to the Philippines? Okay? Why study in Canada? Minsan ang ginagawa ko dito sa mga students and sa mga clients ko ngayon, when we do our SOP, I give you chance guys to do it muna. I want you to do your own thing. Tapos pag sinabit mo sa amin, we will have to revise, maybe suggest more things here and there. And the reason why we do that is pag in-interview kayo ni visa officer, at least alam nyo kung ano yung purpose or anong reason nyo pagpunta dito. Some agencies, they do it for you. And pagdating na sa interview, minsan 50-50 kasi nga hindi nila alam eh. Right? Siyempre, why do I prefer to study in this program or in this school? So may mga research na tayong gagawin. Kung may comparison, school here, school in Asia, mga ganun bagay ba? And isa dito sa mga important then is your plans after your study. Kung ano yung mga different employment opportunities, or maybe you have business that you want to start or grow in your home country. Although, again, si visa officer, they know na you will stay here sa Canada. Parang gagawin nila, anong gagawin mo sa education once natapos ka? Right? We just have to prove that sa SOP. Very crucial tong SOP guys na, okay, you can do it on your own, wala namang problema. Pero if you work with professionals like us, we can actually increase the chances of you getting approved, though we don't guarantee. Proof of financial support, we have to list everything there. Personal assets and home ties, ito yung mga assets nyo, mga business nyo, mga families nyo, parents nyo, etc. Ang iba sa ginagawa ng mga ibang students is they come here muna on their own, tapos pag medyo established na, medyo okay na siya dito, then dinadala niya yung family niya. Kasi syempre, you wanna have strong ties eh. By leaving your family doon sa Pilipinas, syempre, may babalikan ka. Yeah. So may mga different strategies naman. Okay, other documents that we need as well. Syempre, we will need police certificate or NBI clearance, proof of financial situation. Again, ito yung mga bank statements, ito yung mga different pera, saan sila nagagaling, etc. If you're bringing your kids, we will require birth certificates for your minor. Marriage certificates kung kasal kayo. Tapos we may need more documents to help support your application. And again, if you're working with our partners, for example, let's say we have an extension now sa Davao by Attorney Zion Speak, we will let them know that we will need more documents from you. So please make sure to work with us or with the office or partners na authorized agents namin. Yeah. So again guys, ito yung going back sa roadmap. We understand now paano ma-accept sa school, kung ano yung mga requirements nila. Now we also understand kung ano yung mga documents na kailangan for study permit application. Now, let's talk about yung pag-submit mismo. Okay. So dito, ang nangyayari, study permit outside Canada, if you're in the Philippines or from whatever, right? Minimum is 13 weeks. Sometimes, because of yung still COVID nga, medyo tatagal pa to. But at the moment, ito yung pinapakita ni Canada or sa government website. Ito yung waiting game. 13 weeks is from the time you give your biometrics. Yan. Or you need to give your biometrics. Yan siya mag-start. So yung iba na-approve sila after 60 days or after 30 days. Iba-iba yung situation bawat student. So when you take a look at mga different Facebook groups, minsan nakaka-mislead sila kasi or nakakalito kasi bakit yung iba na-approve agad kami ang tagal. Again, depende how complicated your case is, doon siya nag-vary. Pero please consider this 13 weeks. Ang ginagawa ko sa mga clients, guys, sa mga potential clients, we want to submit your study permit application as early as possible if you're able and ready. The reason why is because if ever man that application comes back, we still have time to reapply. Diba? We still have time to rebut that refusal. And if last minute tayo nag-apply, tapos malapit na yung school mag-start, sometimes you have to defer it, sometimes nakaka-stress na. So, as early as na kung kaya, let's do it. Okay? So, next slide dito. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo kung ano tong yung status sa isa sa mga kliyente ko. Okay? So, dito, kung makikita nyo, this is where we share yung information na to sa mga clients. We want to make sure na alam nyo kung asang stage na yung application nyo. So if you take a look at here, ang biometrics niya sinabit niya ng February 23. Okay, biometrics yung mga picture, mga thumb na mga scan, ganun. Tapos after almost a month, na-require siya for medical. Right. We're very happy kasi somehow, even though na-COVID pa rin, medyo bumibilis na yung proseso. So at the moment, kung makikita nyo, we're just waiting for the decision and we really hope sana wala ng interview. Now, kung merong interview, wala rin problema because we work with clients na alam nila yung application nila from start to finish, what's in there. Okay? So very important yan. Next slide. So again, wait lang, the question. Is there a chance to be refused? Kami, like I always say, there's always a chance to be refused. If anybody guarantees you na approval, you cannot do that kasi that's part of being dishonest or misrepresentation, right? So ano yung mga reasons kung bakit ma-refuse ka? Una, financial insufficiency. Hindi sapat yung finances nyo. Alright, hindi nyo na-meet yung requirements. Choice of program, maybe because na hindi mo talaga nalaman kung ano yung relationship noon sa background mo or sa future na gusto mong gawin. Right? Hindi mo siya na-explain sa SOP na mabuti. Okay? Intent of return to home country, kung ma-feel ng visa officer that you will stay here and majority of student will stay here, sometimes they refuse nila. Kaya very important talaga na yung study plan natin is very strong. Okay? Siyempre, incomplete requirements. Maraming lumalapit sa amin ngayon na ginawa nila on their own, tapos yung incomplete requirements. It's very hard sometimes to fight back, especially pag may hindi kompleto. Yan. Ang pinaka-grabe talaga guys is yung misrepresentation, dishonest applicants or application. Just as early as possible, pag gumagawa tayo ng application natin, we want to make sure na lahat is verified, lahat is okay. One client na lumapit sa amin, hindi ko sabihin, pero yung case nila, hindi na-explain or hindi nagkatugma yung previous work experience last OJT. Ang nangyari, na-approve yung student to study here, pero yung partner niya hindi makakapasok ng Canada within 5 years. May 5-year ban. Just because na hindi nila naintindihan yung proper lining of documents and how you satisfy the requirements. Yun. May 5 years sila na ban. Sad to say, ganun talaga. You just have to wait for 5 years para mag-lapse yung misrepresentation na yon. Even pag nag-over na yung misrepresentation of 5-year ban, there's always a chance na hindi papasukin yung asawa. So it's very important, guys. And kami mismo, I've seen fake IELTS, I've seen fake mga diplomas, and we don't work with those clients kasi not only you na hindi pero yung license namin, yung license ng firm ko is at stake then. So, ito yung some of the reasons na refuse. Again, if you do your research, makikita nyo to kung saan na mga article, even sa mga different Facebook groups, they talk about this. Okay? Question, is there any way na maano natin to? Yes, malalaban natin to. Una, appeal the refusal. And sometimes, baka bad mood lang talaga si visa officer. And nangyayari yon. Baka hindi nila nakita. And then second here is we need to address the reason why it was refused. And we need to apply for new application that time. So yan. If pag nangyari sa inyo to, we can always do that. Pero again, this is the risk that everybody takes. Syempre, pag nag-submit yung application, pray very hard na ma-approve kayo. Yan. So, dito? Wait lang, another wait lang. Can I work while studying? Paano kayo makaka-survive dyan kung hindi kayo magkatrabaho, di ba? Yes, you may be able to work 20 hours per week off or full-time or 20 hours a week off campus or in campus, right? Or full-time during regular breaks. Full-time means 20 hours or more. Example, mayari si Pia, nag-work siya dito ngayon. During school days, school season niya, she can only work 20 hours, let's say, sa McDonald's or sa school nila. Yan. Pag nag-over ka doon, bawal yan. Although alam ko, some of the, hindi ko na sabihin, maybe some students, they work under the table. That's the reality. Pero you need to work 20 hours lang. Yun yung allowed sa inyo. Now, during sem break, during summer break, you can work as many hours as you want to. Okay? Para may pang-preparation kayo for your expenses. Now, question dyan, how about my hubby? Can he work as well? Dito, si hubby mo, Pia, we will apply him as open work permit. So dito, if you have an open work permit, guys, it allows eligible foreign nationals to work for any employer in Canada. The biggest advantage of holding an open work permit is the freedom to work in the occupation or for the employer of your choice and full-time hours. Just like yung last ko na finuture sa vlog ko, and I hope na fina-follow na kami sa YouTube, si Jackie is a study permit siya, student siya, tapos si Bjorn naman, full-time siya, nag-work sa factory. Ang nakakatawa, guys, kasi both of them, they come from entertainment industry. Si Jackie was a singer, tapos si Bjorn was a dance teacher, right? Pagdating dito, ang galing kasi open sila kahit anong trabaho. Now I know si Jackie, she works sa McDonald's. Pang umaga siya, nagtatrabaho. Tapos pagka-off niya, saka naman papasok yung asawa niya sa factory para maalagaan yung kids sa umaga, matid sa school, tapos pag sa gabi naman. Yan. So, again, there's a lot of opportunities here. Maganda dito, if you're working with BA Consulting or with Dodong, we can direct you to any mga manpower or mga opportunities, especially ABHI guys. They're very big in the community. They will make sure na kahit paano mag-guide kayo properly ba sa tamang direksyon. Yan. So another wait lang. Okay, what is PGWP? Okay. So PGWP guys, kung makikita nyo to, nag-research kayo, this postgrad work permit program, this allows students who have graduated from eligible Canadian designated learning institutions or DLIs to obtain open work permit to gain valuable Canadian experience. Syempre, most public schools are PGWP eligible. Alright? So after mag-school, bibigyan ka ng school na yan, or after mag-study for 2 years, bibigyan ka ng school ng open work permit. Eligible sila. And you have to apply that, syempre. Skilled Canadian Work Experience and National Occupation Classification, NOC, Skill Type 0 or Skill A or B, that is gained through Pgwp, helps graduate for permanent residence in Canada through Canadian Experience Class within Express Entry. Yung pinaka-goal talaga, and I know everybody of you, yung goal nyo talaga is to become PR here in Canada. Alright? So kung yung mga schools na mga kausap nyo or kung ano, you can ask this sa kanila din. Okay? So majority of the public schools, eligible sila. Okay. So how does this look like, guys? No? Before ko siguro ipakita yan, i-explain ko muna to. Again, pag natapos ka ng program mo, pag na-issuean ka ng PGWP ng school, you can work open work permit to different employers full-time. Okay? Pag hindi ka eligible, tapos after school mo, ibig sabihin, you have to go back sa Philippines kung hindi ka makahanap ng worker. And I will show it to you after sa slide na to. So, if your program was less than 8 months, you're not eligible for postgrad work permit. Okay? If your program was at least 8 months but less than 2 years, ang sinasabi dito is Canada may give you PGWP that's valid for up to the same length as your study program. For example, if you completed a 9-month program, we may give you a work permit for up to 9 months. Now, bakit importante, guys? Kasi when you finish your school, para ma-qualify kayo for PR, dapat you have to have full-time 1-year work experience para ma-qualify kayo for PR. Kung hindi nyo makuha yung 1 year na yon, it's either extend your work or look for another employer para ma-satisfy yung requirements na yun. Ito kinagandahan if you're taking 2 years program na sa third bullet natin. If your program was 2 years or more, Canada may give you postgrad work permit that is valid for 3 years. 2-year program, 3-year postgrad work permit. And the reality is, pagka-graduate nyo guys, hindi naman kayo kagad makakahanap ng full-time work. Why? Because you're competing with locals. You're competing with foreign nationals, right? Tapos, hindi pa ganun ka-grabe yung experience nyo or sa background nyo. Syempre, right away, hindi naman kayo makahanap ng work. And that's the reality. And getting a 2-year program gives you the chance and opportunity to look for work talaga within the 3 years, maka 1 year full-time ka. And don't worry, when you become my client, or if you're a client now, we will guide you kung paano tong proseso na to. Right? If you completed, sa last bullet natin guys, if you completed more than 1 program, you may be able to get PGWP that combines the length of each program. Ang ibig sabihin nito, siguro hindi ko na-add dito, pinaka-last ito. For example, meron kayo isang program from another school, tapos meron ka another program from another school. Sometimes, yung ginagawa nila, kinocombine nila yon. Tapos yun yung ibigay nila sa iyo na postgrad work permit. Okay. Next slide. Another wait lang. Okay. So what if school is not PGWP eligible? Okay. And to tell you, yung ABHI, they're a private school. Pero does that stop you from enrolling sa school nila? Of course not. And here's a strategies na ginagawa ng mga different private schools here na may mga international students din. Okay. Una, private schools are not PGWP eligible. All right. You can verify this from the Canada website, and we want to be honest in you. But that doesn't mean you can't take the program from them or study in their school. And it doesn't mean that there are no options to stay in Canada and work towards getting your PR. So ano yung mga options din? Letter A, get hired by an employer with LMIA. Ang kinagandahan naman guys ngayon, napapansin namin, marami ang nag-transition from temporary visa to work permit visa, right? Ang ginagawa ng mga employers ngayon dito, hina-hire nila kung sino nila sa Canada. So you as a student being here, kahit na sa private school ka, there's always a chance for you to get an LMIA. Okay. Letter B, Or yung another option mo is to continue studying for another program na merong PGWP eligible. Right? Now, just to let you know, na alam to ng mga students ngayon na if we're going to public school, di ba minsan ang tagal na mga admission nila, sometimes next year pa. Right? If you're willing to wait, great. If you're willing to take the risk or gamble sa ganito sitwasyon then free rin naman kayo na gawin to. Okay? Tapos see dito guys, spouse that's working in skilled job may apply for PR as long as he or she meets the eligibility requirement. So nangyayari dito, pag kasama nyo si spouse nyo, pwede na habang nag-school ka, tapos pag naka 1 year na experience siya mismo pwede mag-apply for PR. Tapos pag isasama kayo niya for PR application, pag na-approve yun, everybody in the family gets approved na for permanent residency. Yan. So, again, we want to lay it out sa inyo what's the difference between PGWP eligible and non-PGW eligible. And marami ring students na pumapasok sa private schools. Yan. Fees, diniscount na namin to. I've been talking to some of you, pero if ever man, please check this presentation. Tsaka i-check nyo rin kung sino nag-invite sa inyo, kung sino yung mga authorized representative nyo kausap nyo, kasi ito yung i-follow na natin. Yan. So professional fees in Canadian dollars, guys, for our study permit is only 2,500 Canadian. Andito na kasama yung professional fees namin. Andito na rin yung lahat ng mga kailangan natin gawin for your application. Okay? Next bullet here is study permit for accompanying minor. If you're bringing your kid, tapos yung kid mo na yan needs to go to school here, kailangan niya ng study permit as well. So we just charge them for 1,000. Open work permit, guys, pagkasama mo si hubby or yung spouse, your partner mo, pwede natin siyang tulungan for only 2,500 Canadian. If ever man we think na yung application nyo, kayari si husband gusto lang mag-visit dito or samahan lang kayo, atid lang kayo, or yung anak mo is hindi pa siya nag-school, pwede siyang TRP or visitor's visa or temporary resident. We charge them for 1,500. Yeah. Now, on top of professional fees, guys, in Canadian dollars and subject to change. The reason why sinasabi ko to, by April 30 this year, mag-i-increase sila ng government fees, right? So makikita nyo sa website yun once na nag-increase sila. As of now, for study permit, 150 Canadian dollars lang. Open work permit, guys, it's $200. Visitor, temporary resident permit, 100 or kaya $200. Biometrics, $85 per person. But I think pag family kayo, merong bundle. Pero i-ano nyo lang to. Just keep this in mind na $85 ang biometrics. Yan. So this is yung professional fees namin. And we're proud to say na even sa mga different agencies back there in the Philippines or kung saan man, we're very competitive, sometimes lower pa kami. And you're not talking to a middleman. You're talking to firms straight here in Canada na mga registered consultants talaga. So remember, ito yung registered consultants at the top. Sa gitna niyan are the different agencies. In order for them to perform yung job nila, is kailangan sila maging working with consultants. Ang good thing naman with my partner dyan sa Davao, si Attorney Z, we've authorized them to become our partner dyan sa Davao. So we will follow the same schedule then. And syempre, we want to follow the same culture tsaka the same services sa inyo, if ever nandiyan kayo. Okay. Next slide dito. I guess, so let's do it. Diba? How to start. So una dito, contact your local rep or office that invited you to this event. It's very important, guys, to let them know kung ano yung plano nyo. Second is BA Consulting will send a retainer for contract signing. So before we even do the things, kailangan may kontrata tayo. Initially, we asked for 50% deposit just to start the process. And we need to have this. The reason is we have to report yung client namin. We have to account for everything na, okay, si client number 1 starts this with this amount of money na dineposit nila. And if ever man na medyo alanganin sa pera, BA consulting is flexible naman. So let us know, guys. Huwag kayo mahiya. If ever man na, Brent, medyo too much, let us know. Kung Brent, medyo mababa yan, okay lang din naman kahit taasan namin, walang problema. Yan. Syempre, pinaka-last bullet here is final deposit of 50% before your submission. So ibig sabihin, once na finalize natin ang application nyo, back and forth for review, we want to make sure everything is verified and valid. Pag okay na, okay, Kuya Jeric, bago natin submit to, pay ka muna sa akin ng balance mo. Okay? And we have to meet that schedule kasi we are very regulated here. We want to make sure na pag sinabit namin yan, kasama rin sa retainer what we've agreed upon dun sa kliyente. Right? And the reason why, guys, na pinapakita ko sa inyo ito, kasi kami dito sa Canada, as a consultant, we're always subject for audit. Right? We want to make sure na everything's submitted, everything's lining up with the reports sa inyo, tapos kung ano yung mga binibigay sa amin. Yeah. So yun, guys, yun lang yung pinaka-presentation natin. I really hope nagkaroon kayo ng konting knowledge about how yung school system works. Thank you, Tita Flor, for sharing ABHI. Thank you for welcoming yung mga students natin. At the same time, I really hope then, guys, na nagkaroon kayo ng somehow yung roadmap medyo clear na sa ulo nyo or sa pag-iisip nyo kung paano yung proseso na yan. Again, you may ask me, pero pag tinanong nyo ako, please mention kung sino yung nag-direct sa inyo dito, or you can even ask Tita Flor kung may mga question kayo sa school. Andyan lang kami sa social media. I try my best to answer right away sa Facebook, sa Instagram. And yan. So I guess, guys, we have another 10 more minutes siguro, 12:10 dyan sa Philippines. I'll just open this floor kung may mga questions kayo habang andito rin si Tita Flor din. Yan. Okay, walang question?
Hello, Kuya Dodong.
Pia, please, Ada.
Hello po.
Yeah, Pia, go ahead, please.
Okay. Kasi di ba ano doon sa slide, Kuya, na TR, a temporary residence permit is yung hindi pa nag-aaral. Is it correct? But yung sa case kasi ng anak ko, he's 5 years old but he's already studying. Is it still TRP?
Ano siya?
Or permit na siya?
Pag nag-aaral na siya, kumbaga hindi na, kung preschool and below, no need for study permit. Pero pag
okay. For preschool muna, okay lang yung TRP muna for preschool.
Pero pag mag-next level na siya, in order for your kid to study, kailangan may study permit.
So basically, yung study permit starts in primary. Okay, kasi K2 pa siya, tapos maki-K3. Or ano ba yan dyan? Senior kinder, ano ba yan? Junior kindergarten, tapos senior kindergarten ba yung sa inyo?
Yeah. Actually, hindi ako familiar kasi wala pa akong anak eh. Tita Flor.
Sorry.
High school, from elementary pwede ako tanongin.
Kinder. Wala, kinder. Parang yung anak ni Brent, ni Eric, she's 5 years old, so kinder siya, and then next year, grade 1 na siya.
Okay, so yan.
So wala kayong balik K3, parang yung senior kindergarten, kasi he's turning 6 by next year, so dapat hindi kasi dito kasi sa Hong Kong, by next year, by the opening of the school year, by September, magiging primary na siya kasi pareho tayo ng school year mag-o-open ng September, tapos by September he'll be turning K3, so bali mag-graduate na siya by the time kunyari pupunta kami next year. So pupunta kami next year, he's already a graduate kindergarten.
Yeah,
basically
so grade 1 na yan.
Study permit siya. Yeah. Yeah.
Yun lang. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. May question ba kayo, guys? Again, after 10 minutes, may bayad na itong question. Okay. Jeannie, please go ahead.
Kaya Dodong, ask ko lang yung total needed funds in processing all the documents from start to finish po.
Okay.
How much po kaya?
So yung processing namin, na-picturean mo ba yung sa yung sa slides?
Yes po.
So yun, yun na yun. Yung sa professional fees namin ha. Professional fees plus yung government fees. I-total mo na lang yan.
Government fees. Lahat po yung government fees under.
So for example, if you're just coming
Yung
here
apat po.
for study permit, so study permit for professional fee, tapos i-add mo yung I think 150 for study permit na visa, tapos yung biometrics which is $85.
Okay po. Then with regarding dun sa proof of financial requirements, either po ba dun sa mga bullets yung ipro-provide namin, like mag-provide po kami ng bank statement with how much po kayong needed na funds po, sir?
Yan.
Ang pagkaintindi ko po kasi 10,000 for the living expenses for a year. Then, di po ba hindi kasali dun yung
Tuition fee.
tuition, yes po, tuition fees.
So
Yun
you have
po.
so you have your so doon sa bullet, merong different ways on how to prove na meron kang funds, okay? So it's either may mga sponsor ka, it's either na may loan ka for educational, or it's either na nag-work ka tapos may ipon ka, di ba? Tapos may mga bank statements na hingin. Ngayon, for your proof of funds, dapat kahit paano, makover mo yung allowance, yung living allowance, which is $10,000 every year. Pagkatapos doon, yung tuition fees. Ang rule talaga is either that sana kung makover mo yung 2 years would be better. For example, if you're studying for 2 years here, kung meron kang funds na enough for 2 years, mas okay siya. Some students naman, nakikita ko, 1 year lang yung kino-cover nila for tuition fees, pero yung living allowance nila covers for 2 years. Mga ganun. So,
Kailangan pong i-provide yung, for example sa akin, sir, is nasa ko po ako, accounting related po. So, nung nakita ko dun sa presentation ni ABHI, nasa 22,000 a year. So, need ko pong i-provide yun sa bank statement ko, sir.
kung meron kang ganun sa bangko mo, yes. Pero if you have sponsors na willing to help you para ma-satisfy yung amount na yun, kasi kailangan natin ipakita na kaya mong bayaran si ABHI. So, however that looks like sa bangko mo, sa bangko ng parents mo, sa bangko ng mga sponsors o tito-tita mo, ko-combine natin yun. Not necessarily na nasa bank account mo lahat yung pera na yun.
Noted po. Noted po.
So lahat ng mga ninong mo, kausapin mo na.
Opo. Thank you po.
Brent, question.
Tita,
Okay, now let's say on the case of Grace, does she have to have a bank, yung pera niya, may bank account with corresponding amount? Or kasi di ba sponsor lang siya ng auntie niya? Although I'm sure she has money, but you think it is advisable na padepositohan din yung account niya?
yeah, tita, I mean, kuyari, may ganyan na case. Kung wala talagang money si student, pwede naman lahat doon sa sa sponsor, sa tita niya. We just need to have a letter from the sponsor saying na we will fund everything sa education niya. Now, kung merong pera dyan sa account niya, I suggest na hindi siya biglaan ibigay.
Yeah.
Paunti-unti lang kasi we have to let them know na this money is coming from whoever, diba?
Okay.
Oo.
Okay, so I'll just advise her na yung si Fe na somehow magpadala ng pera sa pamangkin niya and then deposit it utay-utay, no?
Dahan-dahan, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Kuya, may question din pala ako regarding sa sponsorship. Like,
Sige.
di ba pwede mag-sponsor anyone you know, be it relatives or friends or kahit sino. For example, sasabihin na they would like to sponsor your tuition, or pwede ba silang maging sponsor ng show money if ever?
Yes. Kasi yung when we say funds, ibig sabihin the entire expense that you need to come here. Could be a combination of your tuition fees, your living allowance, yung sa family nyo. So, kailangan lang kung kaya nilang sponsor yun o may partial na sponsor nila, ano nila. Kasi gagawin natin doon, Pia, sa bank sa SOP mo, pati doon sa application, naka-itemize yun kung kanino galing yung amount na ganito, kanino galing magkano yung sponsor nila. Yan.
So it doesn't matter kung sino nag-sponsor ng tuition, sino mag-sponsor ng full money. Magma-matter siya is in total, parang ganon. Total for tuition, total for show money, parang. Tapos, speaking of tuition din, kuya, like you said, for example, sa diploma na sa program na kukunin ko, it says around approximately 15,000 Canadian dollars per year.
Okay.
So do we have to pay it in full sa school before we go there, or we just pay partially and then we will pay the remaining amount when we get to the school na dyan?
Yeah. I'll let Tita Flor answer that kasi mas alam niya kung ano yung sa school. Tita, paano ba sa inyo dyan, Tita?
Okay, Pia. Si Pia yon. Hi, Inday. Kumusta?
Ay, okay lang.
Gwapa lang gihapon.
Bawal ko nga Bisaya.
Bisaya, kayo, Inday. No, sa school namin, what we do is we can, 50%, you can give us 50% payment. And then pag nabigyan na namin kayo ng letter of acceptance, and then pwede namang pag-usapan yung the rest of the remaining 50%.
Okay. So it depends on the school on anong arrangement ng kung quarterly or pwede in-install.
Other schools, they require the full tuition fee, but we know how hard it is especially coming from the Philippines, and that is why we want to be of help as well. So we require 50% of the tuition fee. Okay.
50% in 1 year?
Yeah. And then pagdating nyo dito, you pay the remaining, yung 25% pagdating nyo, and then another 25%. And again, as I said, napag-uusapan naman yan, as long as we require that 50% initial payment. Dahil din ni Brent, we understand the situation there and we just want to help. Kasi malaki ang chance na ma-PR kayo dito, and we're trying to do our best to help each and everyone.
Sige, salamat kaayo.
Okay, Inday. Okay. See you soon. Tanawa lang among website, ha?
God willing.
Okay.
Yeah. So guys, may question ba? One more question siguro before we end this. Kasi lunchtime na dyan so, okay. Kung meron man, or if you're shy to ask, just let us know kung paano. You can message me again or talk to your local rep then kung meron. So again, Tita Flor, thank you very much for joining. Tita Lilibeth, alam ko andyan ka. Thank you so much then for your time. And sa everybody na umattend dito. And I really hope guys na we will see you soon sa mga potential clients, mga current clients. May mga questions kayo, let us know. Pati sa immigration process, easy lang naman. And that's the beauty of working with professionals sa amin, just like us. So, yan. Okay guys, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon there. Dito, Saturday evening. Tita Flor, good night sa inyo. God bless sa lahat.
Thank you. Movie night na.
Movie night, Ma'am Rowena. Alam ko, binabagyo kayo dyan sa Cebu. Ingat po kayo dyan, ha?
Okay, ingat. Good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Jeric. Salamat. Good night, guys.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you so
ano
much.
pa si Ate Lilibet?
Thank you, Lilibet.
Ote.
Thank you, Brent. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Good night. Good morning pala.